Jump on it, let's do it. Ride it, my pony. Hey, when girls ride on Tubi. I'm the Dad Panther writer, streamer, content creator, master of none, and we're gonna review When Girls Ride. It came out in 2023. I will let you know what this movie is about, and then I'm gonna go ahead and rate it. I'm gonna tell you some good things and bad things that I like, my opinion. You can put your opinion in the comments. You can also hit the subscribe button, like, follow for more, notification bells on, and in the description there's some links. If you happen to enjoy those links, we get a nice little kickback, and we always appreciate that. Now, with that being said, IMDb says about this movie that you can see on Tubi, Roku, and Plex. When Samantha leaves the South to have a fresh start with her husband, she ends up meeting two biker girls named Raquel and Tammy, and the three women grow close and decide to start their own female bike club in a man dominated world. Things turn for the worse, and they lose one of the biker girls from their group, which causes them to be violent. There's more, but I feel like it's spoiling it. So it does enough, but it just spoils it. I won't spoil it on this. And let's go into the pros and cons. So always start at the bottom, make my way up, making my way down to the pace. Pace was on this one. I'm just sorry. It was way too long. I can't remember how long the movie was. It was way too long. But you know what? The time of the movie wasn't bad. It was the pacing, and the pacing made it feel longer than it had to be. So I'll say that. Like, I feel like movies like this, especially if you're a low budget movie, just if you're able to, whether walking the script or when you go through editing, probably editing will be too late, but somebody, like, their job should be, my job is just to make sure this is believable. Like, what's the script show? What are you guys acting out right now? Some shit's popping off. Shots are fired. You guys are at a gas station, right? Yeah, there's cameras at a gas station. You don't think that's gonna fuck up the real? No? Okay. So stuff like that could have been a little tighter on it. The trailer was better, and it goes into what I said about the pacing. That if you watch the trailer, you would enjoy the trailer because the trailer gives out a lot, and it's shot well with really good pacing. So I would say that. The things I didn't like, another thing would be crime. You're saying it's a male dominated biker world, biker club, car enthusiastic person, like whatever. Why do they have to live a life of crime? I'm just saying, why do they live a life of crime? Let's do something different. Let's go into some of the positive. Positive, the story. I did enjoy the story, but I would love a sequel to this. But going into what I said with Life of Crime, why couldn't these ladies who are beautiful and I love their chemistry on screen, why couldn't they just be, I don't know, Stella got their groove back? Why couldn't they just been enjoying New York, trying some Spanish food, going down to Harlem, making a ride? And that's what they did that night. It's a documentary, mockumentary of what they did that night. Something cool that I think people would have enjoyed that. At least I would have. Like I said before, the women, the casting, the look, as far as what they had, I thought it was good. The cast was way too big. That's another negative I just thought about. The cast was way too big. It goes into the plot, the pacing. A smaller cast, focus on these girls, I think would have been more impactful. And like I said before, a second movie where you bring the girls back and you take them to Atlanta. They're making the ride from New York to Atlanta or Miami, or maybe they flew in and they're going to go on a car ride. It has nothing to do with the ride. They just enjoy cars and just being together, and they're going to Houston. They're going to Cali. I don't know. I'm just saying I would enjoy it. Maybe like some Cannonball Run where it's almost like teams who can get there first legally, who can get there first to the next destination. So with that being said, let's go ahead and rate it. Now we rate here from a 0 to a 5, 5 being excellent and 0 being horrible. But I want to say, because it is a low independent movie, or an independent movie, I won't say low because that makes it seem like it, but because it's an independent movie, we try to look at it as a different lens. Okay, we just try to look at it differently, and we appreciate what they did. They put together a movie. I can't put together a movie. I'm just saying, can you put together a movie? With that being said, I'm gonna rate this a 2. It's not necessarily average. It's not a terrible movie. When you think about where it is on the tier level, is just there's some stuff that you could probably watch that, manage time better. But When Girls Ride 2023, that's the review from me. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. Until next time, click allow.